Hi, and welcome back to Mr. Haas's Math Help videos. Today we're going to be talking about Lesson 14, the coordinate plane. Now, maybe you've had a little bit of experience with the coordinate plane, but if you're tuning in, I figure you might have a little bit of issue with it. So I'll try and cover it as clearly as possible. The coordinate plane is really nothing more than two number lines that are stuck together. We've got one number line that runs horizontally. That's our x-axis. And just like we know, remembering our number line, positives go to the right and the negatives are on the left. The other number line that's attached is a vertical one, and that's our y-axis. And just like a thermometer, the positive numbers from 0 are up and the negative numbers from 0 are down. Okay? We divide this coordinate plane into what are called quadrants, and there are 4 of them. Quadrant 1 is here in the upper left. Quadrant 2 is in the, upper right. Quadrant 2 is upper left. Quadrant 3 is lower left. Quadrant 4 is lower right. You'll notice I've put plus and minus signs, okay, in this parentheses. Each point where these lines meet on the number lines have what's called a coordinate pair. So let's write that out, a coordinate pair. And a coordinate pair is nothing more than a way of saying this is where it's at. Okay? The coordinate pair, you have to think like the alphabet. X and Y. Whenever you talk about the coordinate pair, you're going to always have the X or horizontal value first, and then the Y, the vertical value. Okay? So if I were to choose, let's say, by the way, this point right here in the center where the two lines meet, that is called our origin. That's where we start. Always need a starting point. And the origin's coordinate point is 0, 0. That's our starting point, 0, 0. This would be the x value, and again, that would be the y value. All right. So if I was to talk about a coordinate pair of, let's say, 3, 2. Okay, this is our x. So we're going to start at our origin and go 1, 2, 3. Now our y value is 2, and it's positive, so we're going to go up. So again, we went 1, 2, 3, positive x, 1, 2, positive y. And this would be our coordinate pair of 3, 2. Okay? Now, if I were to give us a coordinate pair of, let's say, minus 2, 4. Okay, x would be minus 2, 1, 2 in the negative direction. See, negative, it's just like on the negative of our number line, and plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, you do the x first, and we went over negative, and then up 4. And our coordinate pair would be, in this case, minus 2 plus 4. Always put a parentheses around them and a little comma between the two. Okay, so that is minus 2 plus 4. An example of one over here in this quadrant would be a minus 3 and 5. Minus 5. So we start over here. We go 1, 2, 3 to the minus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going down, right? Because we have a negative y value. It's like the thermometer is below 0. So here is our minus 3, minus 5. Got it? All right, and let's go into quadrant 4, an example in quadrant 4. Our x is going to go positive again. So let's say we have 5 minus 2. Okay? So we're going to go positive 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and negative 2, down 2, 1, 2. So that's where 5 minus 2 would be. Okay? All right. So notice that this one's got a positive value. This one's got a negative. Up here, they're both positive. Here, the x is going to be negative, and the y is going to be positive. Here, they're both negative. They each have a negative. Okay? Now let's talk a little bit about the distances. Okay? So tell what is the absolute value of a distance? Well, if we wanted to talk absolute value of, let's say, this point to the y-axis, well, that would be a total of 2, right? Because we go back 1, 2. So the absolute value, let's say we looked at this and said, all right, the distance from here to the y-axis would be, in other words, absolute value of -2. That's going to equal 2, right? Let's compare across. Let me get another point over here and put this one, right about in here. And let's see, what is that point? Well, x first, we go 1, 2, and we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a point of +2, -5. All right, that's our coordinate pair for that point. So what is the absolute value between these 2 points? Okay, well, so I have the absolute value of -3, right, plus the absolute value of +2. Well, the absolute value of -3 is going to be 3. The absolute value of 2 is going to be 2. And that means that the absolute value, the total distance between these 2 points is 5. Well, let's count it. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can either count or you can change these from their original values, take the absolute value of their original values, and add those up. Okay? Your distance is always going to be a positive number. Okay? Even if you're going that way, right? Because it's a distance between something. You can't have a negative distance. All right? So, a lot of what's going to happen in this is they're going to be asking you to plot certain points. So I'm going to take a moment here and use a red pen. All right, and I'm going to say let's find point -5, right, and 3. All right, -5 and 3. I don't know that I've done that one. Good, okay. So we start at our origin, right, which is 0, 0. And we're going to go -5 for the x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And we put our dot there. It is 5 negative for the x and 3 positive for the y. And sometimes they'll want you to label these. So I'm going to put a letter A there. So that's our point A. Okay? So that's how you do those. I'll do one more example. Let's do point B is equal to -4 minus 2. Okay? -4 minus 2. Again, parentheses here. This is our x value. This is our y value. We always do it alphabetic. X comes before y in the alphabet. So we always put them in that order, and we do the x first. Okay, so -4 on the x would be 1, 2, 3, 4. -2 on the y value would be 1, 2. We'd put our dot there, and we'd label it B. Okay, So that's how you do the coordinate plane. Okay, hope that helped. See you in class. Bye.